are. We got back offshore. This is the same day as this is the evening time of the offshore that you saw in the earlier video. Make sure you check that video out. Here's a couple of redfish. I caught one, turned around, and Kyle was pulling one in too. So told him, hey, come on over. Let's get them on camera. But they were both just, mine was obviously way too small. His was just under slot, so we threw those back and we kept going. The redfish were actually running right out in the surf, right in that first gut. Second gut had sharks and redfish, all kinds of stuff. We had a lot of big fish running out there. We were casting at all kinds of mullet. Here, trying to catch up another redfish, and actually pulled in a good-sized whiting. I believe we put him out on the big shark reel later on. Good-looking whiting right there. As you can see here, this is the next day. We were kind of, all morning we were going back and forth whether we were going to go offshore again. We were waiting for a little bit better water clarity, and we were watching some storms that were rolling east and north of us, and we weren't sure if they were going to head our way or what, so we didn't want to be caught out there, and they were predicted to be in our area kind of early. So this is just after first light. This is probably 7-8 in the morning. Figured, hey, let's go try and catch some more fish out in the surf. And I caught a bunch of catfish, and we cast net up a bunch of mullet, and we were free lining mullet. We were dropping mullet off on the bigger rods out past the second cut there. So if you actually look at the waves right out in front of me, those big waves that are crashing, there is a ankle deep sandbar out there. We were going out there and standing and fishing, and that's where we'd go out with the big rod and cast from, and then we'd walk it back in. And right out there we were getting some really good bites. In fact, Kyle, of course, seems to be Kyle was catching all the fish this time. Here he goes, fish on. He put a mullet out past that sandbar and put it in the pole holder here, and as he was going around with his other pole free lining a mullet, he noticed the rod bending. Sure enough, what's he bring in? But a beautiful redfish. He's measuring it out here. See if it's over slot, and it's perfectly in slot. I think it was 20.5 or 20 inches or something like that. It was just a perfect size. Here's a good shot of it. Beautiful fish. And then, of course, a little while later, I caught a couple of catfish, nothing really to put on camera, but plus the camera was sitting up out of the way. And fish on again. At first he thought it was another redfish, and then it was giving him some weird head shakes, and he thought, oh, it's probably just a catfish. We did catch a couple of hard heads. I caught a couple of gaff top the night before. If you watch here, we kind of start discussing, is it head shaking? What's it doing? He says, I don't know. So when you reel it, is it bouncing? That fisherman guessing game that you play. Try and figure out what you got before you bring it in. And right about here, we saw a fin. Oh man, little 27-inch blacktip shark. Bring it up on shore just to make sure, and we didn't realize we were bringing in a shark, so neither of us had anything to get the hook out. So Kyle flips it over here to see if he can tell where the hook is, see if we can get it out by hand easily, and then we started realizing the hook was just inside the mouth enough to warrant some pliers. like I told him, I said, I'll go get some pliers. So a few seconds here, basically what happened is I'm walking off to get pliers, and Kyle said, well, I'll throw him back in the surf while you're grabbing pliers. He's hooked well enough that just let him keep him happy and healthy in the water there before we get the hook out. So he just trails him out in the surf and just holds on to him and get the hook out. And I told him, you want to get a picture of him, and we're, you know, gotta get a good close-up of him. So just kind of a little quick close-up of him, or her actually. It looks like a female shark. Yeah, that was pretty much it. We got cut off a whole bunch just after that. We fished till about noon, 1 o'clock, somewhere in there, and got cut off a whole bunch of times. But it was a good day. If you haven't already seen the other episode where we went offshore over by the rig, about 2 miles out from where we were just there, go check that out. Make sure you hit that subscribe, like button if you liked the video. Comment below, guys. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time.